Do you know who Akira the Dawn is?
Of course, he's amazing.
Yeah. Buen dia in the Galleria, you beautiful thing. There you go. What's up, baby? How y'all doing? Good day. Buen dia. Hey, look. There you go. Yo, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I feel so liberated. I feel so free. Oh my goodness. If you are listening to this on the podcast feed, which you may well be. You may well be doing that. A lot of you are. I know a lot of you are. And, a lot of you can't necessarily watch repeats of things on YouTube because they keep getting blocked. They keep blocking our streams. Because, I was like, why are they blocking our streams? I'm playing only music that I made. And it's like, oh yeah, I've been like playing these clips of like 80s anime intros as part of the visuals. And they like really don't like that. So like loads of our streams have been blocked, and that's just groovy, baby. It makes them rare. It makes them more rare. And it's all about that rarefied air here at MEANINGWAVE Central. Josh says, saw the Golden Boy thumbnail, stayed for the MEANINGWAVE. Ah, man of culture, I see. Cedric says, Kimber. Flipping Kimber. Why are we talking about Kimber? Oh yeah, Kimber. It was because Kimber was one of the things that got the stream yeeted. That was it. And then I forgot, and I kept playing like 80s anime intros as part of the visuals, you know, because it looks so good. Anything running through my TV looks so good. I'm like, why do I need to play anime intros when I've got my own beautiful logo? Look at that. If you're listening, you can't see it, but just imagine the most splendiferous thing you ever did witness in your entire, stay on this plane. You know? Big shouts out to you. Smash the like, distribute the link in places of distribution, Discords, Instagrams, things, places. Ow. That kind of hurts. It kind of hurts. Yeah. I don't know if you can see. Well, you can. If you're watching, you can see. I'm not wearing big, giant headphones on my head like I normally am. I've got like in-ear monitor things, which is kind of painful. But I guess hopefully I'll get used to them. It's good because there isn't giant headphones on my head, like wanging around the place, making me look like a giant headphone plonker. But now I've got now I guess I look like a deaf guy. But I always thought that was cool because I remember there was that Smiths song where Morrissey was doing that thing where he was singing about Joan of Arc. What was he said about? And now I know how Joan of Arc fell. Now I know how Joan of Arc fell. As the flames rose to her Roman nose and her hearing aid started to melt. Ever since that, I thought hearing aids were cool. Because I think Morrissey used to wear one because he thought it was cool. Of course, nowadays, if you tried something like that, they would try and crucify him for what would they call that one? I don't know what the word is for when you wear a hearing aid and they don't like you. I mean, they don't like you for whatever reason now. The dreaded they. But either way, Morrissey would find it difficult these days, and I'm sure he does. Big Mouse strikes again. Cyclops924, that's right. XX Maddog Magic says one of my favorites playing in the background right now. We dropped a video for this today. We dropped a beautiful video for this today. Came out real nice. Vile Victor says, I've listened to the Jocko album at least 5 times so far. That's righteousness. That's what that is. Oh. Oh my goodness. Man, I saw Brian Redbar doing that, right? Brian Redbar got some hearing aid things, and then he was having trouble with them, and I was like, I can't watch this guy. He's constantly just fiddling with his ears. It's really annoying. Now I understand why. Anyway, 5 times on the Jocko album. If you've beat that, if you've listened to the Jocko album more than 5 times, do let me know. It is a great album. We are bringing it to vinyl. That is a thing that we are doing. Where have I gone? I used to exist on this screen. And, yeah, there I am. We are bringing it to vinyl. We have a vinyl campaign running to bring the Jocko album to vinyl, and not just the Jocko album, but also the previous Jocko album, the first Jocko album, which is called The Path. The Path. Multi-million streaming, presumably about to be RIAA certificated, mega smash of a record, I feel the new one's going to be even bigger. Early reports suggest people are very happy with the album. People love it very much. People are using it to help them pick up heavy things and run a lot. People are sending me videos of them doing insane amounts of running and the maps of them running and insane amounts of picking things up and videos of them picking things up. There's a lot of ladies who are very, very strong who listen to MEANINGWAVE and really like the new Jocko album and are posting lots of videos of them doing extreme squats with extreme weight, extreme amounts of weight on the squat, and I think that's great. I'm pro that. That is something that I am pro. I gotta get used to this thing. I apologize for the wiggling. I'm not quite used to it yet, but I will get used to it. Oh my goodness, it's come out of my ear. Ugh, gross. I today went to CrossFit, and it's Monday, so I haven't been in there since Friday. I didn't go on Saturday morning. Sometimes I do. And I was feeling a bit weak, right? I was feeling weak to the point that we was practicing, we were practicing some kind of clean action, which is picking up a bar from down low while squatting and pulling it up. It was a hand clean, I believe it was. No, muscle clean. Boom, that was it. We were practicing that, and literally just holding the bar, I was honestly finding difficult to the point that I thought I was going to drop it. Just the bar, right? But then a weird thing happened. About 10 minutes later, we were actually doing the thing, and we put some weight on the bars, and we was doing da-da-da, and I was like, let me try putting some more weight on this bar. Let me try a bit more weight on this bar. Then I was like, let me check some fucking more. I already had like, what did I have on it? Anyway, I had 25s. Then I was like, let me chuck some 45s on this. Next thing I knew, I had 180 pounds on the bar, and I was yanking it around all over the place, and it felt amazing. When like just 10 minutes earlier, I didn't think I could do anything. There is always way more. There is so much more in that tank, by Jove, so much more. And speaking of tank, we got a monolith. So you should go back this campaign and make sure you get your Jocko vinyl. Get Jocko vinyl, secure the future of Meaningwave, get these beautiful artifacts. You can pre-order them now via the Indiegogo. We crossed our initial funding goal, which means they will definitely be being pressed. We're currently aiming at a stretch goal of $8,000 to get the vinyl a gatefold. We want a gatefold vinyl. And at 10,000, we'll get lyric books for everybody. And at 15, we'll get colored vinyl. Wouldn't that be nice? That's what we're aiming at. That's our current aim. And beyond that, we have some very exciting things, but we need to get to that point first. So let's do a refresh and see where we are. I believe as we begin this broadcast and we begin this endeavor, we're on 22 backers at 6,705 USD, by Jove. So everyone go back that campaign. Get the Jocko vinyl cracking. Get that Meaningwave existing. Dirk from Texas in the building says, I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Isn't that nice? By the way, how's the audio sounding? I don't know if painful headphones make a difference to anything, but it would be interesting to know. Shouts out to Destruction89, says she needs to give him a hand. Who's that? The lady in the thumbnail? Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Yeah, I figured we'd have like a lo-fi lounge tonight. So like after this inaugural banter, I think I might just like play records and not talk for extended periods of time and just like play bumps, just play jams, you know? How's that sound? 2076 is in the house. What's up? Liam Cook's in the house. David Lopan is in the house saying the same thing. I've told you, if you have any suggestions, there's a link for it. But like constantly saying the same thing doesn't help. Doesn't help. There's a link, and I do check things sent to the link. It's in the linktree/Akira the Don if you want to suggest something. It's a suggestions thing, and it's a nice form, and you can put the information there, and then it goes into a spreadsheet, which I look at with some regularity. Liam Cook knows what's up. Mark Andrew Dearmest is pumped, jacked, and ready. Get some. Cedric Sedge is in the house. Shecky's in the house. Gotham's in the house. Lane Stewart is in the house. Contradigum is in the house. Shecky's in the house. Sam Hammer's in the house. Shouts out to everybody who is in the house. It is a beautiful house. It's our house. It's our house. We live here. That's our chair. We put it there. All that. Vale. Victor says, I don't have anything to play vinyl. Well, that is why you should back a vinyl campaign and pre-order some vinyl, because then guess what? Then you'll just have to acquire some kind of vinyl playing device. You'll just have to. The universe will make it so. God will put one in your path. Or, you know, maybe you just want a historic artifact to treasure forever and maybe hang on your wall. Does the same thing. But there have been many people in your place and they said, I don't have a record player, but I want to support Meaningwave and I want a precious artifact. And they ordered some vinyl and then a record player just came into their life somehow. And then they were suddenly people who had record players and listened to vinyl and they realized how much better that was than the person they previously were. How much closer to the potential that God had laid out for them. How much closer they had stepped. You know, take that step. What does Jocko say? Step. Step. You know, step into greatness. Johnny Appleseed says, my CrossFit takes musical suggestions. What's the number one track I should pick? I don't know. My CrossFit plays Meaningwave. Perfect. My CrossFit plays Meaningwave. I was walking in there that other day, and they was playing Every Second Counts. And they was later on they was playing Go. And they played Taking Souls. You know what I mean? A lot of people in my CrossFit are Meaningwave enjoyers. Shouts out to them. Shouts out to my guy Diego, who's doing a 90-day turbo training course with young Hamey. He's doing an hour and a half every day, and he'll be utilizing that Meaningwave on a daily basis to reach his goals of greatness. I'm proud of him. And I'm very amused by him when I step into the gym and he is lying on the ground in a lake of his own making. Perfect. Shouts out to those lakes of our own making, by Jove. Perfect. Lakes of our own making. We got, what, number 27 in the house. What? Wait a minute. Perfect. David Poblete says, I am number 27. How could you be number 27 when it was number 22? Unless we're talking about a different thing. No, 23. But then did they send you a number that says a different number to the number there? The number of backers is 23, so you're number 23. Ah, yeah. And I'm proud of you, David, you bad mama jammy, you. 7 months of membership and number 23. Also number 27 somehow. Perfect. To have backed this campaign. Get if ye after it, you bad motherfuckers. Perfect. 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 Yeah. Perfect.
Akira.
Yeah, that was nice. What up? Make some noise! This is a beautiful day. Be alive. Hit the victory. Go to today's day. Oh wait. Yeah. How long was that? I feel like that was a nice little length. Was that? How long we do that? I didn't say a word. I didn't see a single thing. I just played some bops. That was nice. Shout out to you beautiful babies hanging out. Just being chill and cool and groovy. Just being some groovy cats hanging in the chats. David Poblete. What up, baby? What up, number 27, aka number 23? I think it was. aka number 23. What up, Diminished 7th? Appreciate you. Joe Petrakovich says, thanks for the evening tunes, mate. Hey, thank you for being here. Thank you, Julia Hines. Says, love Akira the Don and Meaningwave. Oh, that's my name. Love you all, MAZ fam. We love you. And we thank you for your support. Cody Taylor, you beautiful bad motherfucker, you. Didn't even say anything, just dropped $50 like a bad man and a weird little picture. And we appreciate that. What should we call that set? I think I might chop that out and post it on the Instrumentals channel as a mix. Maybe that's what I'll do. If you're not following the Meaningwave Instrumentals channel, you should definitely follow the Meaningwave Instrumentals channel. It's a good channel. Search Meaningwave Instrumentals in your YouTube and you'll find it. We drop videos every single day. In fact, the only day we have not dropped a video for the past 4 months was today, because I had a scheduling error. You see. So, muchos apologeticos. I've literally dropped a video every single day on that Instrumentals channel for 4 months. And I didn't today because of a scheduling error. I'm so awash with sorrow. I'm actually not. It doesn't actually make any difference to anything. But it's nice, It's nice to be able to say, I've dropped a video every single day on this particular channel for bit. Anyway, follow the Meaningwave Instrumentals channel. We drop instrumental videos there every day. We drop mixes with some regularity. And what I think I might do is chop out that mix there, isolate it, and post it as a mix. What should we call it? What should we call that mix, brothers and sisters? International high five. Let me know where you are and what should we call that mix. It's Lane Stewart. Lane Stewart is back in the building. Back in the house. Back in the place. Good to see you. Thank you for the support. It says, love you, Tim. He's got the whole world in his hands. You have the whole world in your hands. Although it was written in caps. It was written in caps, so it should probably be read in caps. And that requires reverb. Love you, Tim! He's got the whole world in his hands. You have the whole world in your hands. Shouts out to my homie Tim, who played a massive festival or something in Europe yesterday. Oh man, I love seeing people win. Just winners all over the place. I love to see it. I love to see people win. I mean, good people, I guess. I don't like to see creepy weirdos win. But creepy weirdos never win. It's never a victory when a creepy weirdo so-called wins, because there's always a big loss in it, and the loss is that they're a creepy weirdo. So they lost. Pokid says, I'm in New Mexico. I've heard it's cleaner than regular Mexico. I don't know. I went to New Mexico, and I live in regular Mexico, and where I live in regular Mexico is a lot cleaner than New Mexico. New Mexico, I got robbed in New Mexico. I've never been robbed in regular Mexico. Did you know that? I was staying in a motel 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know, one of them, in New Mexico, and it got robbed. I was moving. It was when I was moving to Texas, and we were streaming every day, and me and Wade drove in a van to Texas with all my studio stuff, and we did 2 streams a day, and we were moving our stuff from one motel in the morning, and in the process of moving it, like going from the room to the van, some sneaky method snuck in and stole Wade's laptop and stole my headphones and something else. I can't remember what else. And then we spent the day dealing with this motherfucker, because then he was like, texting, or one of his friends was texting Wade trying to do some deal to get the thing back or something. That was my New Mexico experience. You know, I got robbed by a meth head in New Mexico. Meanwhile, I've lived in regular Mexico for over a year, and everything's been delightful. So, I don't know about that theory. Shouts out to my gang, my people. XX Maddox Magic XX says, do it, Akira the Don. What shall I do? Oh, the mix thing, you mean? Pokid lives in a war zone. I'm Tobbs, loves the content. What up, Tubbs? We don't use the C word here. I fuck with the C word. Although I understand its utility. I understand the utility of the C word, but my theory is that ever since people started calling art and work content, it has then become just content. You know? In labeling art or work or whatever you want to call it, content, that has led to it being no more than content, i.e. the contents of the thing. And that's why Marvel just make thousands of terrible television shows all day long. And that's why there's just this fucking assembly line of shit just pumping out shit. Did you ever play Saints Row 2? The OG Saints Row 2. That was a great game. Don't talk to me about that new one. I ain't even looking at it. Like, I saw a trailer. That shit made me wanna unexist. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. The original Saints Row is a fantastic game. They said, hey, what if we ripped off Grand Theft Auto? And that was Saints Row 1, and it was pretty good. And people went, hey, you ripped off Grand Theft Auto. And they went, oh, okay. So the next game was like, hey, what if we were like Grand Theft Auto, but it's like extreme, just the stuff you really want to do in Grand Theft Auto, right? So that you literally get bonus points for running people over. You get like a streak of running people over, you get like mad points. You could pick up bins or trash cans or whatever you want to call them and throw them at people. You could yeet trash cans, right? It was sick. And one of the side quest things was you'd get a cement mixer, right? Full of excrement for some reason. Or maybe it wasn't a cement mixer, maybe it was just like a machine that cleaned toilets. And then you would just go drive around town spraying it at the unwavy. You know, you'd just be just like spraying raw sewage over the unwavy. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, just, well, not, I say the unwavy, you just do that for anybody. Regular citizens, normies, old ladies out walking their dogs. You know what I mean? Just spraying everybody with raw sewage. And that's Disney. You know what I mean? That's content. That's content right there. Anyway, Saints Row 2 is an amazing game, and then they got really stupid. They've just rebooted the Saints Row franchise, and they've gone, hey, what if it was Saints Row, but it was like wacky Twitter people? What if it was Tumblr people? What if it was like blue-haired, like cringe tards? What if instead of a gang of sociopathic, psychopath, lunatic gang motherfuckers, it was cringe tards, like cringe tard hipsters, and so it's suffering. It's not doing very well, and people aren't very happy with it. It's such a weird thing to do. It's like you're a massive company, and someone manages to convince you that the 16 blue-haired weirdos on Twitter who moan about everything all the day are the majority of gamers or something. It's like, no, there's loads of them. Honestly, there's way more than 16 of them. There's honestly millions of them. It's not just 16 with burner accounts just who've got nothing better to do but bitch and whine on Twitter every day because they get paid to do so by that creepy guy. No, honestly, that's everybody, and they're definitely going to all go out and buy your game. Honestly, you'll be rich. Definitely reboot your game and make it for those people and make it star those people, and you'll do really well. Honest. I'm mad. Whoever did that persuading must be very good at persuading. We should try and find them. We could probably learn something from them. Tahani! What a lovely email. Wow. What a delightful email. You will have my response forthwith. What up, Iron Tubbs says that makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. It does. It does make sense. Iron Tubbs says Saints Row 3 was my first. Saints Row 3 was dope, man. I played Saints Row 3 in its entirety while my wife was at an ashram in India. She went to India to an ashram to learn how to be a yoga teacher, and I stayed in the studio and I made ATD 28, was it? Or ATD 20? I made a whole mixtape. I remember it had a song called Hash in the Post on it. I was very excited that you could get hash in the post. I just worked it out. Someone sent me some hash in a jiffy bag. I had a song on this mixtape and it was just singing in an auto-tune, hash in the post, it's made, or something like that. I was very excited. Anyway, I made a whole mixtape of songs about hash in the post and played Saints Row 3. It was sick for like, I don't know how long she was in that ashram. I think it was like a month. I just played Saints Row 3 and made loads of music and ate loads and, hash in the post. And then she got back and she was all pure and clean from being in the ashram. You know what I mean? They'd like not speak from they'd wake up at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. or something, and they'd eat off a leaf and they wouldn't speak until midday, and it was all that clean, pure life. Meanwhile, I was just going crazy on the hash in Saints Row 3. And when she got back, she was pregnant within like a fucking day. She was like immediately pregnant. And some people might say it's the purity of the ashram, but I think it might have been the waviness of the hash in the Saints Row 3. You know what I mean? But either way, like, that's how Hercules happened. And it makes sense if you've ever met him. He's like a combination of all that. It's a beautiful thing. Hey! Jordan says it's a beautiful sky tonight. Isn't that nice? Fool Killer says Johnny Gat would not approve of the new Saints. No, you read it. Not if the cast of the original Saints Row would approve of the new ones. They would kill them. That's what they would do. They would literally kill them and maybe torture them as well. And definitely spray them with the excrement gun. Saints Row RIP, says Fool Killer. Pokid says, if you get the chance, Akira, would you listen to my Lofi? Yeah, send me an email. Or a DM or something. Send me something. Faux show. Faux show. Liz Bay C, thank you for the support. Life and Times in North Idaho looking for some Every Second Counts. That instrumental should be called Meaning Waving to your friends as they walk by. The instrumentals are out this week. Speaking of instrumentals, the Get Some instrumentals will be dropping this Friday. We'll be having the listening thing on Thursday night. Get Some instrumentals. Which will be called Get After It 2, since the first volume of Jocko instrumentals were called Get After It. A very popular instrumental collection. A very popular instrumental collection separate from the album itself. Very popular. And so number 2 coming out this week. And as we were discussing earlier, in case you missed it, we are making Get Some, a new album from Akira and Jocko Willink, available on vinyl. Not only that, but we're also making The Path available on vinyl, the first album. You can get both albums signed with a sticker set. You can get them individually. You can get them unsigned. You can also get a monolith, a Meaningwave monolith, a magical Meaningwave monolith, the third Meaningwave monolith to exist. The first 2 sold out. They're made by Dan Elliott, who is a famous epic metal artist and Meaningwave fan. The previous one sold out. We had a silver one. It was delightful. We had a candy-coated purple metal beautiful thing with LED lights and shit that sold out. Now we're making the Get Some one available. It's 1/4 and 3/16 inch aluminium plate, 2-tone powder coated finish, 11 inches wide, 11 inches tall, 5 inches deep. Alright, so you can get that exclusively as part of this campaign. We passed our funding goal, which means it's definitely getting made. And our stretch goal, the first stretch goal is within sight, at which point everyone will get gatefold vinyl. Gatefold vinyl. So I would suggest you'll go back that campaign today. Let's hit that stretch goal. Let's unlock some exciting further stretch goals. And let's get this thing cracking by Joe. Shouts out to everyone who's backed it so far. Shouts out to everyone who's backed the Meaningwave campaign. Shouts out to everyone who's bought Meaningwave vinyl. Shouts out to everyone who's got a monolith. If you've got a monolith, make some noise in the chat. Shit, we didn't do the international high five. Oh my goodness. Fool Killer says, just touching the monolith will jumpstart your evolution. Activates your almonds. It's true. It's true. All right, let me know where you are and what you're looking forward to in the Meaningwave universe. And we'll do the international high five. I asked you a question earlier. I completely didn't see the answers. Let me know where on earth you are and what you're looking forward to in the Meaningwave universe. International high five. Are coming. What has meaning? What has meaning? What has meaning? Shouts out to this instrumental that I made years ago. Great instrumental it is. It's got a sample of a Blur song in it, of course. Tahani says, someone turn the Herc conception story into a comic strip, please. That'd be a delightful comic strip. Akira. Shaky says, it takes two. It do. It sure do. Sheila Ferreira, Natural and Dragons. Matt Marujo, Sacramento. Liz Bay C, high five from NJ. I'm Tobbs. I love you Jordan Peterson videos. They're a great vibe and inspiration at the same time. Love it. Appreciate you, bad man. Sheila says, regulators activate. Kevin Gruber, Monolith Gang. Liz Bay, I love your Douglas Murray songs and videos. Hey, we've got a new Douglas Murray video coming this week. Full Killer, Maryland, all the hype stuff Akira cooks up. Thank you. Po Kid, intergalactic high five from the war zone in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Kevin Grupo, my guy, California, looking forward to expanding the mind with good vibes. Iron Tops can't type. Yes, you can. You're great. You're very good at typing. Walking Mall Poet, Father of Hero, is in the house. What's up, Pops? Welcome to level 1. Level 1. Unlocking that level 1. Unlocking those emojis, unlocking those downloads of those mixes. That's what happens at level 1. It's a good level. Julia Hines, California, looking forward to being in the same physical space at the same time with all of you, grooving and dancing and vibing together. Lane Stewart in Happy Land, your northern neighbor in the Shire of 5 Tribes, happy to exist here, riding in God's hands. God did. XX. Hashtag CLE. Akira, you asked this of the mix. How about Lo-Fi Lounge Live mix? That's a good name for a mix of that nature. Yes, very good. Anku, Goggins' album from you is nothing less than a blessing. Stay hard, brother. Although that was written in caps, so I should probably read it in caps if we're going to be fair and balanced. Anku, Goggins' album was from you is nothing less than a blessing. Stay hard, brother. Yeah, appreciate you. Who wants more Goggins? Who wants more Goggins? Mr. A, East LA, Cali. Shecky, Cali, looking forward to a cool breeze. Undisclaimed Ed, yeah, what's up from New Mexico? Hashtag native. What's up? Pokid said, call this mix MoFi. Member sign, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Ready for all this Meaningwave vinyl. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Can you see that? Did you see that? Internal temperature too high. One of my cameras shut off because it's too hot in here. It's just too hot in here. It's just too flipping hot in here. Let's do that international high five. Oh, that would have been a good place to do the international high five. I was too busy finding another song. Let's go fix my camera. Got a perfect sound. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hi. 3, 2, 1. Hi. 5. Woo.
Lao Tzu, the Chinese philosopher, said, "The highest virtue is not virtue, and therefore really is virtue. But inferior virtue cannot let go of being virtue, and therefore is not virtue." Translated in more of a periphrastic way, the highest virtue is not conscious of itself as virtue, and therefore really is virtue. The highest virtue is not conscious of itself as virtue, and therefore really is virtue. Lower virtue is so self-conscious that it's not virtue. That it's not virtue. Lower virtue is so self-conscious that it's not virtue. That it's not virtue. In other words, when you breathe, you don't congratulate yourself on being virtue. But breathing is a great virtue. It's living. It's living. When you come out with beautiful eyes, blue or brown or green as the case may be, you don't congratulate yourself for having grown one of the most fabulous jewels on earth. So it's just eyes. And you don't account it a virtue. To see, to entertain the miracles of color and form. You say, oh, that's just... But that's real virtue. Real virtue. Real virtue. Real virtue. The highest virtue is not conscious of itself as virtue, and therefore really is virtue. The highest virtue is not conscious of itself as virtue, and therefore really is virtue. Lower virtue is so self-conscious that it's not virtue. That it's not virtue. Lower virtue is so self-conscious that it's not virtue. That it's not virtue. Virtue in the sense, the old sense of the word, is strength. As when we talk about the healing virtue of a plant. That's real virtue. But the other virtues are stuck on. They're ersatz. They're imitation virtues. And they usually create trouble. Because more diabolical things are done in the name of righteousness. And be assured that everybody of whatever nationality or political frame of mind or religion always goes to war with a sense of complete rightness. The other side is reserved. Our opponents, whether in China or Russia or Vietnam, have the same feeling of righteousness about what they're doing as we have on our side. And the plague on both houses, because, as Confucius said, the goody-goodies are the thieves of virtue.
Shouts out to that camera. Shouts out to that camera that died. I wouldn't have played that song if that camera hadn't died. I was going to do something else, and I'm glad I played that song. That's a brilliant song. It's wonderful to hear that song. I don't hear that song enough. Shouts out to that song. Shouts out to everyone locked in. What's up, Big Bad Wolf? What up, Julia? What up, Poke Kid? Shabba. XX says, I feel another silence from the dawn again. It's coming in a minute. It's coming in a minute, my guy. Hey, yo, big shouts out to Papa Walking More Poet, the father of the hero. Shouts out to you bad motherfucker. Appreciate the support. As always, tuning in from VA and the Babyverse. Already showing Baby Hero, the Meaningwave universe, one song at a time, for he's even 2 weeks old. Grateful to the gods for ATD and Meaningwave and that amazing Jocko album too. Big up you. Big up you, Lady Poet and Baby Hero. Baby Poet and Lady Hero. Glad you're enjoying that. Get Some. Get Some is coming to vinyl. Go back to the Indiegogo campaign at Indiegogo. Link is in the description of this broadcast. Link is in the pinned chat. Go back that vinyl campaign. Secure that vinyl. Secure your vinyl in the existence of Meaningwave vinyl going forward. Bye, Joe! Make some notes of Baby Hero in the chat. We like meaning babies. Shouts out to all them meaning babies. All them meaning ladies. Making them meaning babies. And all them meaning gentlemen. Doing what they supposed to do. Doing what you supposed to do in the world. We did do the international high five, didn't we? I was just like, wait a minute, did we? Yes, we did. First name, last name, what's cracking says, love your work. You are breathtaking. And thank you for being here. Very nice of you. Shouts out to all the Meaningwave enjoyers out there. Working on that new Dune Wave right now. and some other special secret things. Special secret things. Get Some, the Jocko Get Some instrumentals are dropping this week. What's next week? Oh my goodness. Every week we put stuff out. Did you know that? You probably knew that. You're smart. Maybe you hadn't noticed, but we put stuff out every week. We don't just put stuff out every week, and we put new music out every Friday. But we also seem to manage to put out like multiple music videos. We seem to manage to do lovely live streams. We seem to manage to put out an instrumental video every single day on the Meaningwave Instrumentals channel. What? And we are surprisingly active on the channels, on the various channels where people make their sacrifices to various algorithmic deities, demons, opening portals and whatnot. We don't really bother with any of that. We just drop cool shit. Find us wherever you are. Akira the Don, at Akira the Don, in a lot of places. Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, Locals, ThinkSpot. Fucking hell, we're on Facebook. I'm not very active on Facebook at all. I relatively recently found out it was possible. I was like, I don't even want one, but you have to have a page, you know. I deleted everyone on Facebook. Like, you know, people have Facebook accounts and like you're friends with your auntie and your dad and people you went to school with on there or whatever, who otherwise in your real life you'd never have anything to do with, maybe apart from a family function, or if you ever had to go back to the town you used to live in for some reason because maybe somebody died. This weird thing happened like 10 years ago when Facebook came around, and suddenly people were having these people in their lives forever. It's a very strange thing to do, having these people in your lives forever. Like back in the day, you know, I had a best friend when I was like 7. He was my best friend for that summer, and then we fell out over something and had a fight and rolled around in the dirt, and then I never spoke to him again, right? Then fucking 15 years later, he pops up on Facebook being like, hey, what the fuck, what? Motherfucker, you exist in the past. That's your place. Your place is the past. You know what I mean? You should fucking stay there, you son of a bitch. Shit. Anyway, I worked out I could fucking mass delete everybody, so I did! Mass deleted everybody, including my father. I like my father in real life. I do not like him on Facebook where he posts boomer memes. I like him when, like, I talk to him and I think he's really smart. And we have interesting conversations. I don't like him when I see him on Facebook posting boomer memes looking like a right plonker. You know what I mean? But anyway, we do have a Facebook, and I do pop in there occasionally and read people's messages, and they're really nice. And then I'll put a little like on them, and I reply, and I say, hey, appreciate you, you know? Unless I don't appreciate them, in which case I'll say something else. Sometimes I don't appreciate them. Sometimes they say something that I don't appreciate. I don't appreciate everything. Life and Time says you should delete Facebook entirely and get Urbit instead. Oh shit, that reminds me. Someone messaged me about wanting to give me an Urbit world. Yeah, I'm not going to delete the Facebook entirely because there's some Meaningwave enjoyers who just hang out there, you know. So that's the point. It's important to have your lemonade stand where the people are. You don't just put your lemonade stand at the top of Mount Everest and say, why the fuck isn't anyone drinking my lemonade? You know what I mean? You've got to take your lemonade stand out to where the people be. So that's why I have a Facebook page. There's a lot of people on Facebook. It's quite weird. Shout out to my good friend Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, who posted the Tell the Truth video on his Facebook page last week and added me in it so that his fans and his followers and friends and fan could go and visit my Facebook page. They go, hey, it's a Facebook page. They all look the same. Isn't it amazing? Before Facebook pages, the internet was a crazy looking place. Every website looked fucking mental and completely different. And Facebook came along and said, you shall all look exactly the same, and you will not have your top friends listed in a thing, and you won't be able to pin a music player anymore. You know? But that was a long time ago. Things are shifting again now. The pendulum is going in the other way. Internet is getting mad again. Shouts out to Web3 people who are doing mad mental stuff. I like it. Shouts out to the return of GIFs. You know, shouts out to the imminent return of blogs and blogging. And shout out to all the new shit we haven't even thought of yet that's just around the corner and actually happening right now. And we just haven't seen it yet. We might see it tomorrow morning. Yeah! Big Bad Wolf says, people thought I was a doomer. Turns out I'm a bloomer. Congratulations on your bloomerdom. We're going to go in with another mix. I will not be talking. I'll just be playing music for a little bit. How about that? You can talk in the chat. You can make some noise in the chat. And make sure you go click that link in the description and go back that Indiegogo campaign and get some vinyl. Get a monolith. You know, get some glorious physical meaning wave activity in your life.
Do you know who Akira the Dawn is?
Of course, he's amazing.
you know who Akira the Dawn is?
Of course, he's amazing. Akira. He's got clout. He's got clout. He's got clout.
Do you know who Akira the Dawn is?
Of course, he's amazing.
What is up, though? Oh my goodness. What up, baby? How you doing? Buen dia in the Galleria. Shit, how long was that? Whoa, it's 11 p.m. over here. Who put that there? It was not 11 p.m. a minute ago. Shit. What is that mix? What should we call that mix? What was the vibes of that mix if you were going to describe that? If you're going to make a mixtape for your girlfriend or your friend who isn't a girl. What are they called? Boyfriend. Man friend. Gentleman friend. You know, like sitting at the dock of the bay, smoking a doobie while all the ducks are swimming in the water type mix. Hello, you guys. How are you? Are you having a nice time? Having a nice time? Good. Joshua L said, loved it, super chill. Shecky says, that's sweet sauce. Thank you, Doug, for the super chat. Thank you, One Slick Mama, for the super chat. George Sci-Fi for the super chat. Sergeant Schultz, who dropped one of them Adventure Time looking at Japanese emojis that were so popular last night. I do love seeing those return. They're my favorite kind of emojis, the ones where you use like the brackets and space bars to make a face. It's a nice face. It says, been too long since I stopped in. Well, you're here now, Sergeant Schultz, and that's a beautiful thing. Appreciate you, Diminished Seventh. One Slick Mama. Yeah. Big up all of y'all. Shout out to everyone supporting that there wave. Those wave supporting individuals. Oh. Making it happen, getting it cracking. Fool Killer says chili thrills. Lane Stewart says Thai sauce for my sweetie. XX Deep Talks Mix. Casey Turbo says dude friend. Dude friend. Diminished Seventh Late Night Introspective Mix. Miss Swan says thanks for the good music tonight. Hey, de nada. De nada, hermana. Hey, that rhymes. I gotta use that more often. In case you didn't know, I assume when she learned a bit of Spanish, you think, oh, everyone knows all the you know, basic Spanish. I didn't know any of it before I moved here. And you know, so anyway, de nada. That's like, you know, like you're welcome. But it doesn't actually mean that. It literally translates as it's nothing. It's nothing. Which is funny because, you know, it is something. You know, shouts out to Kizella, who's a delightful lady, hangs out with Hercules. Like you hear about like babysitters, but you don't have a babysitter, like, because we'll still be here. She comes out and hangs out with him, you know what I mean? Like, plays with him and runs around in the pool and the stuff and shit while we're working. She's very cool. And she said that, you know, that de nada is a strange thing when you mean you're welcome, which is a nice thing. You are welcome, you know. So it's nothing when it is something. Anyway, so de nada means that, and hermana means sister. So if you like de nada, hermana, that's like you welcome, sister. Joshua L, thank you for the super chat. Says love your content. I appreciate you. We had a conversation about the C word earlier. God bless. Jose Ornella says, Viva Lofi. Lane Stewart says, everyone says, no problem around here. No problem. Shecky says, it's not. Jordan B from SK, glorious holographic chrome. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the JBP Wave vinyl? Are you talking about the signed seals of authenticity? Or are you talking about future trading card potentialities? We got so much cool shit coming up in the Meaningwave universe, by Jove. Neil Parker says, don't say the C word, Joshua. I think it's a losing battle. I think me like trying to run around trying to get people not to say content, because the adoption of the word and notion of content has led to people treating their work, their art, whatever you want to call it, as merely content, and thus has led to people creating stuff that is merely content for algorithmic demonic portal things. But we talked about this earlier, but I think maybe it's too far gone. And maybe instead of trying to get people to not say content, because people say content, it does make sense. It is, the word does describe the stuff. It is the contents of, right now the music that is being played is the contents of your laptop or whatever the fuck you're listening to this on. It does make sense. So maybe rather than that, we should just do what we were doing anyway, which was make great work and inspire others to do the same and live great lives that are in themselves artworks. Like I was saying before on another stream, how not all, is to see that's like the Denada thing, isn't it? How what art is and what an artist does is make choices deliberately, make very deliberate choices. Apart from that is again, you're making choices, and you're doing it with intent, and you're doing it with will, and perhaps sometimes you'll be deep in the zone, which is where I live, and you're making choices real fast, and you're not even thinking about them. You're just moving on that instinct, boom, 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 do this. But that's what an artist is doing, is making choices with will and, deliberately. And, if you live your life in that manner, your life will be a masterpiece, And maybe instead of complaining about the word content, maybe we should just all live our lives as deliberate artworks, as deliberate masterpieces, and everything will rise up to meet us, May the road rise with you. Shouts out to John Lydon. Shouts out to John Lydon. Pokid says, Kira, you ever going to make some tracks with Alex Jones? That's my boy. If you go delving deep into the pre-Meaningwave Akira the Don experimental archives, you'll find old mixtapes that have got all manner of Jonesy and glory in there. I was fucking with your boy Jonesy in 2000. You know what I mean? When I was first making stuff, when I first put out a mixtape in like 2003, I'm pretty sure the first mixtape has got some of your boy Jones in there. One of the things, actually, when I moved to Texas, I assumed before I got, before I had to leave the country and then they wouldn't let me back in for being a pure-blooded, healthy, strapping young lad. I assumed that we were going to hang out. I knew people who knew him and stuff, and there was talk of hooking up. I assumed that's what was going to be happening in my life. As it turned out, that wasn't what was happening in my life. What was happening was I was moving to Mexico. God knew. God had a plan, and it was a good plan. I assume at some point me and the mighty Joneses' paths will cross, and that will be a portentous and glorious event that may well open up some portal into some kind of divinity. And, I'll let you all know. I'll let you all know, by Jove. Lane Stewart says, your music makes me lose the sense of contentment and go! Well, that's a beautiful thing right there, isn't it? Isn't that just a beautiful thing? And with that, go. It is indeed time to go. You know? I just got the first mix back for the first Dune Wave single. I'm gonna go check that. That's exciting. Got a whole bunch of things I'm gonna be doing after I leave you, babies. It's only 11:10 p.m. The night is young. So much to do. Big shout to you all. Thank you all for being here. Big shouts out to everyone who has, been supporting. Thank you to everyone who super chatted. Thanks to everyone who smashed a like. Thank you to everyone who shared a thing. Big shouts out to everyone who's been backing the campaign. Back the campaign! Go get some on vinyl. Get The Path on vinyl. Secure that vinyl. Make sure we can continue to produce vinyl for you and get that out there by backing this campaign today. Our next stretch goal is 8K, at which point we can get a double, what's it called? Thing. What's it called? Gatefold. The fold of gate. You know, we're trying to get gatefold. We're aiming at getting lyric books. We're aiming at getting colored vinyl and so much more beyond. But it requires you to go back the campaign and support Meaningwave in that manner. God bless each and every one of you that has, and God bless each and every one of you that will, and God bless each and every one of you in general, because you are wonderful, because you are here. You know, you are the chosen ones. The chosen ones. Shecky says best stream ever. No, he didn't. He said woo. It was Jordan B from SK who said best stream ever. You absolute bad motherfuckers. Ooh. I'm gonna dedicate this to you. This is from that new album, Get Some. Out now on all digital platforms and coming to physical.
People want to know how to stop the laziness, and they want to know how to stop the
G-O.
nation.
G-O go, baby.
They have some idea in their head, you know, some kind of a vision, what they want to do, but they don't know where to start. And so they say, hey, where do I start? And when's the best time to start? Where do I start? And when's the best time to start? Where do I start? And when's the best time to start? And I have a very simple answer for that. Here. And now! Wow. Akira. That's it. Go! You want to improve? You want to get better? Go. You want to get a little workout program or clean diet? You want to start a business? Go. You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application? Go. Where do you start? You start right here. And when do you start? You start right now.
Right now. Right now. Yeah, right now.
You initiate the action aggressively. Go! You want to improve? You want to get better? Go. You want to get a little workout program or clean diet? You want to start a business? Go. You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application? The idea isn't going to execute itself. And the book isn't going to write itself. And the weights out in the gym, they're not going to move themselves. You have to do it. And you have to do it now. You have to do it now. And that means you got to stop thinking about it and stop dreaming about it and stop researching every aspect of it and reading all about it and debating the pros and cons of it. Just start doing it. You want to improve? You want to get better? You want to get a little workout program or clean diet? You want to start a business? build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application.
That's what's up, though.
You want to improve? You want to get better? Go. You want to improve? You want to get better? Take that first step and make it happen. Get after it. And get after it here and now.
Man, what an utter glory, what an utter delight it is to be with you, to create this music, to share this music with you. It is a beautiful thing. Thank you very much for being here. It was a lovely, lovely day. Pooha. Quick little check-in on our campaign before we get out of here. We were on 23 backers and we're now on 24. We just crossed 7,000. We are less than 1,000 away from 8,000. Our first stretch goal. Shouts out to backer number 24. Who are you? Who are you really? Backer 24, whoever, wherever you are, you're a bad motherfucker and we appreciate you. Speaking of bad motherfuckers that we appreciate, Feliz cumpleaños RS. And when I say Feliz cumpleaños, I mean pen believe happis in Welsh, which means happy fucking birthday in Inglaterra. Hey, happy birthday, RS. Did you just get here? You just missed the whole party. Shit. Well, whatever you're doing, may the party gods be with you. Start a little workout program, clean diet. You wanna start a business, you wanna write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or put together some mobile application. Yo! Big shouts out to everyone sending and leaving me messages along the lines of, I am now really inspired to make a mobile application. You better, baby. Don't go forth and be mighty. No fucking around. No fucking around. Your grandfather couldn't build a mobile application. He was mining for coal, if he was anything like mine. And that's not a euphemism. Literally mining for coal. Not building mobile application. Let's get after it. Get after it! RS says, I met Jocko once. Great guy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Is there more to this story? Did you take a picture with him doing that thing that he does with the arm? Did he give you a cuddle? Imagine a Jocko cuddle. Yeah, 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 yeah! Alright, baby, we're out of here. God bless. We'll be back soon. Go enjoy the new Alan Watts music video on the channel if you haven't yet. Back the vinyl campaign if you haven't yet. And disfruitive, baby. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Here and now. Buenas noches, baby.